Hi everyone, it's Tarnished Treasures, and today I'm sharing a recipe for fruit cake. This fruit cake, my mother-in-law brought 2 Christmases ago, and I've never eaten fruit cake. It has never really appealed to me, and this cake was delicious. So this year I asked her for the recipe, and she gave it to me. She also made some and brought it for Christmas, and I really enjoyed eating it in the morning when we had coffee over the Christmas vacation. So this does make a lot, and tomorrow I'll be able to take some to school and the weekend to church, and I wanted to share the recipe with you. So tuck this away for Christmas time or whenever. So the first ingredient is 2 pounds of pitted dates. I found mine at Trader Joe's. I didn't want huge dates, and even though I can't see these in the package, I do think that they were smaller than the others. And you do not cut them up. I'm just going to add them to the bowl. I did sample one. Tastes very good, not too sweet, and I do like the size of those. As always, I have had to transfer to a bigger bowl. Next ingredient is a pound of walnuts, and I have a full pound here. I think I would like to mix up my walnuts and pecans and probably do half and half. I had these in the freezer. That's where I store my nuts, 8 ounces. So I'll do this package and I'll do half of the walnuts. The last nut is half a pound of Brazil nuts. So I will put about 2/3 of the package of the Brazil nuts in. I prefer my nuts unsalted and raw if I can get them like that. And I believe that none of these have salt on them. Now it's time for cherries. I have 2 jars of maraschino cherries. It calls for 2 10-ounce jars, and all they had was 16 ounces. I'm going to do about a jar and a half. You do have to drain them first. I did 1 whole jar, and then I did a couple scoops of the second jar. So now I need to toss these in a little bit of flour to coat them. I just redrained them, and I'm going to do a little bit more flour. Okay, and this is going to go in the bowl with all of the nuts. Now 1.5 cups of flour. You just kind of put that over the nuts. You could use a sifter too. Rest of the flour. Now 1.5 cups of sugar. A teaspoon of salt. And a teaspoon of baking powder. And it's just so interesting how different a fruitcake recipe is, or this fruitcake recipe is. That's all ready to go. And I chatted with my mother-in-law because I was looking at the recipe and I had trouble reading something that somebody had added, like a handwritten note. And it had said that that lady's family really likes a lot of cherries. So they actually do 30 ounces of cherries. So I could definitely add the rest of my cherries. I need 5 eggs, 5 large eggs. I'm just going to put them in this bowl that I was originally putting everything in, just so I don't dirty something else. And the last thing is vanilla extract. It's just 1 teaspoon. I usually put just a little bit more. And it says to beat that well, so I think I'm actually going to pull out my mixer to beat it. The oven is preheating to 325 degrees. I'm going to put the eggs in here. And the directions said that mix it well and your hands work best. And that's going to cook at 325 for 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1.5 hours. But I'm going to get my hands in here. And you can see the pan. It's a 9 by 13. It said to grease it, put parchment paper, and then grease the parchment paper. So that is all ready to go. Maybe a spoon or a spatula first. And then I know I'll just get my hands in there eventually. Or we can start like this. So I've mixed it so far with just the spatula. That actually doesn't look so bad. Here we go. So this is everything in there, and I made sure to really scrape the bowl to get whatever of the dough or the cake part out. And I do think that I'm going to add some more cherries from the jar. And the reason why is because we will not eat these cherries or use them for anything else. So I might as well put them in. And if the lady who the recipe came from says her family loves a lot of cherries, we're going to put a lot of cherries in there. Okay, it is ready to go. 325. I'm going to do an hour and 15 minutes. Check it, see how it looks. And then it said up to an hour and a half. One other important direction, it said to put a pan with water underneath of the cake. So I've got it on the bottom rack, cake above it, and it said that'll help keep the cake moist as it cooks. I wound up cooking this for the hour and a half, and it said to pull it out of the oven, let it cool a little bit, and then use the parchment to take it out of the pan. Let it cool more, and then you're going to cut it into 5 bars. So probably the short way. It smells great. We stole a little nut from the top. Tastes delicious. I don't really know how to tell if it was cooked. I did put a toothpick down in there, and I mean, it had a little bit on the toothpick, but it seemed okay. And now I'm looking at the side, and you can tell that the cake is cooked and it's a golden brown. So if you're seeing this video, it means everything turned out well and it was wonderful. So I'll wait a little bit until I cut it. This is a bit warm, but we decided to cut it because we just want to taste it. And it looks cooked, looks good. Some of the things were easy to cut through, like the dates and the softer nuts, but the Brazil nuts were a little hard. So I kind of moved those to the side as I cut. And I think in the future, if I use them, I would actually chop them up a little bit or leave them out and then just cook it without them, maybe substitute some almonds. But that's the nice thing about a recipe is once you've cooked it and tried it one way, you can tailor it to your family. But I really like the cherries. They give it this almond flavor. And I'm a big fan of pecans. Dates, they aren't my favorite, but I really like them in this cake. So I thought I'd give you a look at it, but it is so much fun with all these big pieces on top. Here's the rest of the cake. So I'm going to slice that up for tomorrow and this weekend and hopefully enjoy that with some hot coffee and some friends. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one. Bye. My thoughts on this recipe, for my own personal taste, is while I like Brazil nuts, I don't think that I like them in this cake. And I want to say this Christmas, my mother-in-law had trouble finding them, so she left them out, and I think I prefer that. I'm pretty sure she didn't add anything. She just left them out, and the cake was just fine. The other thing is I think I would reduce the amount of dates from 2 pounds to about 1.5 pounds. So this was a pretty easy cake to make. There was a little section in the center that I felt was underdone and not cooked, which can happen in a cake. And I wonder if by taking the nuts out and reducing the amount of figs, if that could solve that problem because there wouldn't be as much. Kind of felt like the cake had a hard time cooking in the center under some of those dates and nuts. And if they weren't covering it up so much in the center, it'd be a little easier, if that makes sense. So when I cut the cake,
cooked. It's just a little piece that I cut out that I wouldn't serve instead of popping it back in the oven because I felt like all the other parts were cooked very well. So just some thoughts on my first time making this. I'll definitely make it again and make a few adjustments.